Testing, 1, 2, 3, test.
Hey, Carlos, when do you need the next report?
It would be nice if we can show something for Thursday, right? Whatever we have.
For this Thursday coming up. Okay, I can do something tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something that is undefined is, remember last time we decided to cut everyone who hasn't logged in, or we haven't done it really.
Mm-hmm.
So to be honest, I am the one trying to push back on that. Let's see, at least wait a few days.
Mm-hmm.
So probably the team is going to say, okay, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll need to find a way
to justify.
To either do it because it's a team decision, but or to find a way to say that we're kind of doing it. It's in the hands of facilitators. We told them if there's a team who needs it, we're doing it. Like in a case-by-case basis instead of a policy cut. We already warned them with Anita's videos, with the email. They've been warned. We're sending this email. I think I would question if it's still justifiable to cut all the people or not. I mean, I'll bring that question. That's it. So I think we're going to have that discussion again to see what are we doing. Shit, I'm live.
You're live. I could have muted your mic, sorry. Nobody's watching though. Oh, one viewer, but they just disappeared. No, anyways.
You know what? Let me send one more invitation to these guys.
Okay.
I sent them in the morning, but let's see.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was going to mute your microphone here. Let me make Okay.
Hi everyone. So if you're listening there, we're just waiting for the other panelists to join the session. So if you're supposed to be a panelist and you're listening this as a viewer, you have to actually go to your email. I just sent you an invitation a couple minutes ago, and you have to join through that invitation. So you will be a panelist in here with me and not just a viewer. Okay? Hi everyone. So if you're listening there, we're just waiting for the other panelists to join. That's good.
That's not too much, but that's 30 seconds. And if you go closer, the sound will be better.
On 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, 30 seconds. Let me invite.
Carlos, I haven't gotten the link for this.
No, I haven't sent it to. I only sent it to. Oh God. I think maybe the invitations are not going through. Remember that we went through that problem? Yeah, 30 seconds.
Did you click on the invite after you entered all those email addresses? There was a little green button there.
No, I haven't sent it.
Do you want to send me one, Carlos? Just check it.
Yeah.
Send it to. Oh, that's interesting. I got a message that we're streaming live. Oh.
I think maybe the invitations are not going through. Remember that we went through that problem?
It's very clean.
So I just sent you an email, Frank.
Okay.
Want to send me one, Carlos? Hi. We're just trying to figure out how to bring the participants into the panel, which is not working.
You sent me a message. Okay.
So I just sent you an email. I just did that.
And did you send? You clicked on
Yeah.
invite there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do it again just to see.
It made that sound. That's true. Invitation posted. And
Figure out how to bring participants.
where's it not going? There was a link there. You set the link. What if we sent the link manually?
My fear with sending the link manually is that they will only be viewers and not.
Right. It's gonna mute. There I am.
See your next. Yeah, me too. Why both of us are there and they're not?
Well, I sent it a different way. Okay, hold on. Stop.
So this is it.
Enter in all the addresses you want. Did you send them?
Yeah, and there's it's a facilitator who just sent me these pictures. Like, yeah, it's not working.
Oh. After you sent the link? Which link?
No, forget it. No. You have.
I'm going to unmute you.
Hello.
You're on.
So we're just waiting for the other panelists to join. We're trying something else. We have one viewer, and that's probably Krushika. So just give us a couple more minutes, please. Okay, Salvador is here. We got one out of 3 or 4. Let me see if I can call one more. Hi, this is Tanya. Okay, yeah, sorry, Deborah. Oops, you disappeared. Here you go, Salvador.
Desde el teléfono.
Ah, desde el teléfono, vale.
Sí, desde el ordenador, imposible. Porque el ordenador
No te escuchamos. De repente tienes el cablecito así para el micrófono o...
tengo para escuchar, sí, para micrófono no, espera.
Ah, bueno, genial. No, ahora te escuchamos mejor. Te escucho mejor, ya. Ya está bien. Bueno, estamos esperando solamente un par más. A ver, ya una persona más lo tiene. Déjame ver si llego una más. Julie. Awesome. We have Julie. Here we go. We have two. Hi, Julie.
Hello. Hi there. How you doing?
Good. So we're just waiting for one more person. Thank you for your patience.
Okay.
This
That's okay.
This hasn't been like, for some reason we send a lot of invitations, but they're not going through.
Oh, really?
We just try to get one more.
Soy yo de nuevo.
You're creating echo
It's got two.
because you got two connections. So,
No, I know. I will close one of them. Okay, me quedo con esta.
so we have Salvador and we have Julie, and hopefully we'll have two more coming soon. We'll just focus on you guys because we have two viewers right now. One from Google Hangout or from the platform?
From the platform.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So we have one viewer in the room.
Okay.
So thank you for making it. So how about well, tomorrow we're gonna be the four of us. That's why we have four chairs. Henry,
Okay.
Leslie, Anita, and myself. This is actually the room that we have for the GROOC. This is where some facilitators come and work for some hours. Oh, Frank, you're in?
I guess he's
Oh,
That's okay.
Somebody else.
No, Frank
someone's
is
oh, okay.
Frank is the person who's helping us setting up all this up. He was just trying.
Some serious echo going on.
Yeah, now it's off. Don't worry. Okay, and so these are the GROOC. This is the GROOC headquarters. Let me see. Okay. So why don't we just start, the three of us? Coincidentally, both of you are working on relating to Syrian refugees, right?
Yeah, that's right. I guess.
So that will be interesting. Just to, well, the session tomorrow is going to be called your GROOC story. So
Okay.
Anita is going to introduce, then we're going to go through 3 or 4 of you, and then the team is going to react to your stories, and then we'll take questions and answers from the audience, the 4 of us. So we were basically expecting to hear from people on the ground their GROOC stories. So why don't we just have a little chat about it and hear your stories about it.
Okay.
Okay,
Shall I
nice.
start? You want me to start?
Yeah, Julie,
Yeah.
would you like to start?
Okay, so you want the story of how the project started? Hi there, Salvador. Okay, basically about 3 weeks ago, a few people got in touch with me, particularly language teachers, and they said maybe we could do something, maybe we could donate some materials to help the kids in the camps actually have lessons or do some kind of games, activities, whatever. And we heard that a lot of kids are just in the camps. They're sitting there all day in a tent with a lot of other kids, but nobody's actually engaging with the kids. Some of those people that made that suggestion to me, they didn't realize that actually they have no technology there. They thought they could send digital materials and that would be okay, but they don't have any technology at all. So I decided at that time, I looked into a crowdfunding project, and somebody turned up on my Facebook, in fact, Caneva, who's in the GROOC, and he said, you know, he's working on the ground, he's in the camps, he spends his time with the kids, and he wanted to start a kind of classroom play area for the kids. So that's how it started. He said he'd spoken to the camp manager, and the camp manager has a kind of caravan, like a mobile home. So initially they could use that as a kind of trial, you know, kind of classroom area, activity area, whatever. So I started a crowdfunding page, and that's been going for 2 weeks now, or nearly 3 weeks actually, and basically it's been going just through Facebook. So I've just been posting on lots of teachers groups because I'm a language teacher myself. So I started just posting about the project. I've got a few photos of the kids, and yeah, it went pretty well, but now we're kind of stuck a bit because there are some limitations to Facebook. We get lots of likes, people like the photos, but I think it's hard to get people off Facebook onto the crowdfunding page. So I think the next step is to open it up to a lot of other social media. So to try blogging, Twitter, maybe Instagram, and email campaigns, whatever. So that's how it started. That's where we are now. And Nelly got in touch with me and said, you know, there's a GROOC set up. Could I join? So here I am. I joined the GROOC, and I hope that the team's going to be successful. I hope we're going to have a lot of ideas together and make a great project. So that's where I am at the moment, I guess.
So did you get in touch with, what's his name, Caneva?
In fact, Caneva got into, he actually, initially, he just said, he appeared on my Facebook and he wanted, you know, with a friend request. And then I kind of looked him up. He was in a few teachers groups, and I saw he was based in Iraq. And then on Messenger, he said to me, you know, I work with the kids and they need help. And so I started to look into how I could help him, you know, what I could do. So that's how it started, really. He contacted me, and he just said, I need some help. What could we do? And that's where the crowdfunding thing came from, because I thought, well, you know, we can raise some funds and start with his camp. Maybe we can then take it to other camps. But you know, the great thing is to have that personal contact. You need, especially if you're trying to raise donations, people want to be sure that you know where those supplies, if you buy supplies, where they're going. You know, there's a lot of fear about things getting into the wrong hands, or those materials just never getting there. So I think it's really helped the project to actually have that contact. And, you know, Canova is now in the GROOC, so you know, I think that's great that we've got that. You know, the direct contact, and it's kind of a small project at the moment, but it's got a lot of potential to mushroom into other projects. You know, become a much bigger project.
I'm gonna just take 1 second. I'm gonna disconnect the briefly there.
I'll be back in a couple of seconds. We're just a little speech.
Okay.
Thank you, Julie. That's really interesting. Actually. Yeah, Canova is very, very active.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I mean, literally a day after he spoke to me on Messenger, he said, I've got a place, we've got this caravan that we can use, and he said, shall I go and buy chairs and stuff like that? So, you know, I'm really concerned about setting up something that's sustainable. So going out and buying a load of plastic chairs, that's not sustainable. They'll break after a couple of weeks, you know. So yeah, so I mean, we need a plan. We need a good plan before we go to the next stage, you know.
Interesting. Okay, thank you. Why don't we go listen to Salvador, a bit of your story.
Okay.
Salvador. So,
Yep.
I don't know if Julie, if you know that when we're switching panelists, you're going to the top screen. So if you could maybe a picture in your profile, because so far we have this.
Yeah. Okay. You just got me there. No picture. I can do that later.
We
Yeah?
can see you.
No, there's no nothing. There's just a symbol.
So how can you see me? What do I have to do then?
Well, your camera's not turned on. Can we turn it on?
Ah, good idea.
I can turn it on. I'll try it.
Yeah, my camera's on now.
Okay, it should come on now. It says it's on.
It says it's on, but I'm still just a balloon thing.
Yeah.
If you go, yeah.
Well.
Can you go to Julie?
Yeah.
It says the camera's on, but it's not on. Okay, there I am.
You can see it.
There we go.
Okay. Okay, great.
Can you see now?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're there now. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Julie. Now let's go to Salvador. Hear your story.
Okay, Salvador.
Hello, Julie. Hello, Carlos.
Hi, Salvador.
I'm Salvador. Julie, first of all, one question. I was listening to your history about the crowdfunding. Just to tell you that in crowdfunding, you don't have to invent nothing. Everything is already invented. You should go to one page like Quickstarter or Indiegogo, and they have a list of things you have to do just for get a successful crowdfunding. I did some of them, small ones, of course, and I had a good success. So, just this advice: go to Indiegogo or Quickstarter. I'll do these platforms are for another kind of crowdfunding. The lines they can show you are okay. So after that, I'm Salvador. I'm from Valencia.
Okay, what's happened?
I'm from Valencia, from Spain, and as most of you have to know now, we are in an emergency, humanitarian emergency situation with the refugees coming from mostly from Syria. You know, now it's okay where everybody is telling, okay, we have this emergency, this real big issue in our hands, but it is not just from now. We have it since long time ago because we are the door from Africa to Europe, and most of the people who is leaving their houses, their homes, their countries because of problems of wars and all this are coming through our country. And so it was a moment at the beginning of September with this very hard image of this boy alien who was died in the beach. This image was something that I couldn't afford. You know, it was so, because I have a boy who has almost the same age that this boy, and at that moment many people like me felt exactly the same. We need to do something to make to show the people that we, the citizens of our country, we don't think as our governors think. You know, Europe is trying to avoid the refugees, to avoid them to enter. They don't want them to enter, and we are trying to construct all the infrastructure, human and physical infrastructure, to receive the refugees in a warm way, within offering to them a dignity and a good no solution, if not let's say a path to a better way of life. Some of them will want to stay here in Spain or in another country in Europe.
Oops.
Them the language, to show them how it's life here in our country, and to be able to provide them with all the things they will need to have a life with dignity, you know, in the same level of life that any of us could have. And most of them just will want to stay for a time, till the moment that the war will stop, and then to go back to their country. We want to be ready to offer to these people exactly all the things they need to pass this time in a good way of living. Sorry for my English, because my first language is Spanish, so but I try. I try.
No problem.
So how we did? Everything starts through social media, through Facebook. You know, one of the persons that are in the group just make a group in Facebook, and he say, let's say Valencia Ciudad Refugee. You know, it means Valencia. It's a town for refugees, let's say. You know, it was a first step of all these things. Truly speaking, was Ada Colau, the mayor of Barcelona. She said Barcelona will be a refuge for the refugees. Barcelona will be a town refugee. So we thought, why we are not going to be the same as our authorities did not move, we moved, and we start through Facebook. In less than 24 hours, we have 8,000 likes from people from Valencia supporting us. So we decided to make a first assembly, a first meeting to see who we are, which people is in all this, you know, because it's very easy to see like, you know, it's nothing. You are in the sofa watching TV, you know, watching wars or whatever, and you can see like, and then take your beer, give another drink, and forget about everything. So we wanted to know who we are. So we make this first appointment in we took a big place, you know, for 500 people to see what happened. And then it was full of people, and then in the street stayed more than 300 people more that couldn't enter into the room. So it was something unbelievable, fantastic, all kind of people, older, young, any ethnic people, religion, everything. It was a very beautiful diversity. I really felt very good there, you know. So after that, we made a second a second meeting just to organize some commissions for different kinds of work. Then we get 150 activists that are every day working on this issue. I'm in the communication commission, just trying to avoid that this problem will be forbidden, you know, because in our media, the TV, the radio, they don't speak anymore about refugees. It doesn't. Maybe they does not exist, you know, or maybe they are too molestos. I don't know, Carlos, tell me with the word too molestos for the society, you know. And okay, this is just some things. We are almost 2 months working. We have day after tomorrow we have a new general assembly because we are having good. More people want to join us. There's a lot of people who want to join our movement. We have a problem, small problem, a situation to solve. Is that the mayor of our town, of Valencia, they start the same movement, the same name that ours. So there is a little confusion in the people between us and the government of the town, you know, and we are trying to solve this, you know. And one of the things we want to do is to force them to change the name. How to do that? This is just to be a little bit radical, and then they will change to avoid that anybody will think that they are who are doing these radical things. So next Thursday we have this meeting, and first thing we want to do is to force the actions to allow the refugees to enter in Europe, because they are not entering in Europe, and we are ready to welcome them, and we are ready to prepare some let's say illegal movements to bring them into Europe. We could talk about this hours and hours, but I think now is not the moment to do it. If not, it's the moment to act. In order to the organization, it's nice because some people from Amnesty International, it's involved in this movement, so they know how to manage big groups of people, and we are following their instructions, and things are going almost okay. That's all, more or less.
Great, thank you, Salvador. I have a question. So it looks like most of the looks like you are on track and you have some followers. Like, I was wondering if in any way this move has or could be helpful in your initiative. And how?
Yeah, listen. I was not the one who started. You know, I just joined the group. This was a group that this group started just from zero, from internet. We joined each other. We have this first meeting, and then from this first meeting, the more active people we joined, and we. But it was not just my own initiative only, you know. It was the way I found to express my way of thinking and my way of feeling about the refugees.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't want to go over your time because we said that this is going to take half an hour and it's already 4:30. So I would just say a few words. One, I think both of your stories are very inspirational, so I think it's going to be useful for the audience tomorrow and for the teachers that are coming here too. It's going to be very useful. That the idea of the live session is to try to lift up the spirit for the ones who are joining. My second comment would be maybe I mean, both of you explained well what is a social initiative. One is someone who is trying to set up a school in the refugee camp. Where is the refugee camp, Nelly? Again?
Sorry?
Where is the refugee camp?
In Iraq.
In Iraq, right.
I mean, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
hear me. I mean, actually, the crowdfunding page is just one small part of what I'm trying to do, because I think, one, it's great what Salvador's doing, but one of the important issues in, especially, well, everywhere, not only Europe, but in Australia, Canada, everywhere, is to raise awareness of the size of the problem. Because, for example, in Turkey, there are 2 million people in camps, and in Iraq, there's about 1 million people in camps, and so people aren't aware. For example, in England, they think, oh, there's like 10,000 people in France, but the size is huge, and as Salvador was saying, it's not going to go away, this problem. This is a long-term, you know, there's a lot of work that's going to need doing. So one of my things is to raise the awareness of that. I'm also producing a book called How to Help a Refugee, because donations is one way, but a lot of people never give donations. That, you know, there's a donation is a small part of it. So the idea of the book is that, yeah, donation is one thing you can do. You could organize a race, and you could be sponsored. You could bake a cake, invite your friends for coffee, and charge them, you know, something, raise money like that. So, you know, you could just transport the supplies that have been collected. So I think a lot of people would like to help, but they don't really understand how they can help. So I think, apart from the actual help, there's a big issue regarding educating, you know, just kind of raising awareness of how big the problem is. So from the point of view of the kids, some of those kids that are 5 years old now have been in the camp for 3-4 years, and they haven't had any schooling or any engagement. They're just sitting in the camp. So that's a huge part of a little kid's life. You know, Salvador was saying he's got kids. Can you imagine that a little kid for 4 years is basically just sitting waiting for something to happen? So, you know, obviously old people, young people, kids, they're all important to us. But I think my concern as a teacher is to get those kids engaging and, you know, playing, doing things that normal kids can do. And obviously the next stage, it's not a delusion to have people in camps for 5 years. So the governments of a lot of countries need pushing to take a lot more refugees.
Yeah.
So that's a long-term thing, you know.
Yeah. But it's interesting. Yeah. Go ahead, Salvador. Sorry.
No, I think that this issue with the education of the children, it's very important. I remember when the Syria's war started through the movement Abath. I think you know this movement Abath. It's a global movement of. Through this movement, we joined in a crowdfunding campaign. We joined in less than 1 week, $1 million, just to be given for the education of the child in Syria. The message was very clear. We cannot allow that these children lost the opportunity to be educated. And I think I agree with you, Julie. This is one very important issue we have to work in. It's the education, and in our project, this is one of the most important things, to be able to give the children the education to maintain their culture about their country, about their religion or whatever, and to be able to live in between us two, without any problem of culture of anything.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
So just if you can wrap up your stories, thinking of how can you use this group, or how can maybe a couple of ideas of how can you use this group for the impact that you want to make, or the initiative that you're having. Can be for tomorrow, like if you want to use it.
I'm hearing you very bad, Carlos.
Yeah. Okay. How about now? Can you hear me now?
Now it's okay.
Be better? Okay, I'm gonna. So just suggesting that maybe you can finish your 5-minute talk by saying how can the MOOC be helpful for your initiative? That's it. Like if you want to use your team is working on it, or if your team is helping you to connect with them, or if your team is helping you to reach other people, or if maybe there's just a video or any content that helps you think about it, and anything about the MOOC. Just how can
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, I'd like to assign different aspects of the project to the group. I mean, I think perhaps someone can write a blog, someone else could do Twitter, you know, using other aspects of social media. So it's not just me doing it all.
Well, there you go. You have a team now. Yeah.
You know, I've got the team for that, so that's quite a relief for me, because Salvador said he's got, you know, you get a lot of likes. I've got lots of likes, but the bottom line is it's just me, really. So it's a bit too much for one person, you know.
Yeah.
So also on the planning side, deciding what Carnival needs, it'd be great to have some more ideas on that. So to discuss that in the group, you know.
Excellent. That sounds good. Okay. Well, thank you. Oh, Salvador, you want to say something?
Yeah, no. In our project, what we need, it's now mostly people making noise all the time. We cannot allow that people forget about the refugees, and we need next week, or I think even they are already in the route, we send a caravan of cars from particular people who is going to Hungary to collect some refugees and to bring them here to Valencia. I don't know which day they went, because it's something secret, to avoid that anyone will keep us. And we need people with what want to live some adventure, you know, to take such a risk. And here in Valencia, we are ready. We are very, very well organized to receive these people, and we need to make noise. We cannot allow the society to forget about these human beings.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's just wonderful, I suppose.
That's great.
Very nice. Thank you, both of you. And
okay.
Thanks a lot, Carlos.
And I'll be in touch with you tomorrow. I think what worked better was the last link that I sent, right?
Okay, yeah. If you send an email, it's super. It's very easy.
Okay, so
the last thing worked.
I'll do that. As soon as we start the session, we'll send you that link very early, 15 minutes before.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so for Salvador, it's going to be around 5:45.
Okay.
Okay?
Great,
okay.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Bye then.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye. See you.
Bye then.